Okay, so the last little while I've got a stack of questions, so I just figured I'd go and answer a bunch of them. So people were wondering really good ways to support your adrenal glands. So remember things like vitamin C is really good for that. Magnesium, you've got phosphoserin, phosphatidylserine, ashwagandha. Really good, lots of vegetables, meats, things like that, and everything in variety, and more fats in your diet as well. So the other one, people are asking about the endocrine system. A really good supplement that I've found that works well and has had really good reviews is maca. So you can buy it in powder or capsule form as well. Maca is really good. Another good thing to know with buying capsules, buy veggie caps. The capsules are actually more organic. Non-veggie capsules that hold all the stuff inside, they're actually made out of more like an artificial, like a plastic thing, so the body's got to break it down. So just one more thing you're putting in which is not good for you. What was the other one? So things for... okay, so someone asked about liver. So doing lots of detoxing every day. This world we live in is so processed that we really need to be detoxing every day. So, things like your liver detox, kidney detox. Kidneys detox tablets are actually going to help with your adrenal glands as well. Even having take things like, so chlorella as well is another really good one for detoxing the body. Even supporting the adrenal glands as well. So Alfini is the type of cheese. The other thing for the heart, for the immune system, the nervous system, adrenal glands, things for endocrine system, things for blood, things for oxygen, focus, stamina, endurance, strength, concentration, so mental and physical concentration. So all that stuff what I've just said. So you can take things like ginkgo biloba, which is really good, rosemary, rosehip, chia seeds, guarana, however you say it, Guarana. Even Garcinia cambogia, the thing that's designed to help you suppress putting on weight, it can actually make you feel better and suppress your appetite a bit. The other good one, guarana is another good one because it actually helps to, so anyone that has mental and physical exhaustion, it can help to just help your adrenal glands as well, which is really good. Rosehip, if I didn't say that. You've got other things like, so really good for even like type O people, which someone asked about. So type O people, I'm a type O. So you really need to get a book and have a read for your blood type, because all the research that's out there really seems to support these days blood type. However, with blood type, you've got people that might be like me, sort of a real ectomorph. And then you've got blood types that are the same, that are more of an endomorph, so they're more stockier. So it almost seems to not make sense or contradict, because, well, if they're designed to be like me, why are they looking like that if they're a type O? So, and that could be, where you've come from, different parts of the world, Asia, Europe, Africa, and then the Netherlands, different places where you've got a different type, the same blood type, but a different gene, basically. So you look different. So, with type O's, what someone was asking was, thyroid can actually be a little bit lower. So you need things like iodine, so things like kelp or iodine sea salt to really help the thyroid function a lot better. O's as well need good physical activity. Will actually burn off fat better with doing physical weight rather than exercise. And this is all depends, because I've spoken to a few type O's the last few days, and they have different body types to me. So, and different females are going to have different again. So the same thing again, where I keep saying to females out there, weights are going to get you better results if you know what you're doing. Over cardio, any time of the week. You go on and talk to any elite athletes that gets trained by professionals out there, they will tell you for a fact and from science that, and even experience, that yes, you are going to get a better result from doing weights, provided you have your nutrition in place Then you put your carbs and sugars, if you really want sugars, around your workouts to fuel the energy for that. Everyone's different. I find it always goes in waves. It's a complicated thing because with O blood type as well, the body seems to wants to respond better because we're going back to thousands of years ago where the body's designed to go for hunting, for gathering and all that stuff. So we are designed to run, be more efficient literally on meats, veggies and fats because our metabolism has actually designed to use ketos a lot better in the body. So instead of using so much carbs and sugars as a fuel, because our thyroid sometimes and metabolism can be a little bit lower, the body's more efficient to be able to use ketones, so using fats as fuel to enable you to keep going. Everyone's different and it doesn't always work. So with blood types, I was talking to a guy today and he's bigger and he's an O, but his muscle density is a lot thicker than mine, so his ability to get stronger, quicker and bigger, he's actually going to beat me any day of the week. That's just how he is. Where I'm more designed to run and be the endurance, my body can still build muscle, but as it builds more and more muscle, and as you stick to an extremely good diet and you feel good, I get extremely lean. So I have to be careful a little bit there because it seems to be my body. I've had a shitload of tests the last couple of months. I've had at least 50 different types of blood works and a few other things. And the amount of things that are functioning good in my body is awesome. When you know that, then you know how to manipulate your training and everything. So other things to do with people asking with mental fatigue. And that's big to do with adrenal glands. So if you've got things like coffee in, I did an article on that. Coffee is one of the worst things for you if you have too many. The amount of things it depletes in your body is just huge. Minerals, enzymes, coenzymes, vitamins, fats, makes you acidic very quick. So in an acidic environment, we are prone to disease of any type, inflammation, and going off as well. Someone asked about, so what should I eat with O's as well? So definitely go off milk. Your body does not need it and is not designed to have it as an O, plain and simple. Wheat, you're going to do so much better without. The body's not designed to have it. So no breads, no pastas. I think it was what the bread's called. There's an organic bread that's actually really good for us. I think it's a linseed one. So linseed, extremely good. But you can get linseed in the fibre as well, which I have, and that has fats in it as well. The other really good thing. Now, what was someone else asking? So. Okay. So look into. We're all born a certain way. We can all function and do a certain way. We all can basically read, write, absorb, remember. Everyone's different. So there are things to do with. If you look into Nootropics, the brand, have a look. Jump on Google or jump on YouTube. Type in Nootropics. Guy knows his stuff. What he's talking about. People that say have ADD or ADHD, IQ is going to be a little bit lower. Things are going to be a little bit more affected depending on what sort of happened. People have done a lot of smoking, drugs, drinking. You can destroy neurotransmitter, receptor sites, and all those pathways that travel along. So remembering, thinking, you might have done something in your life and you can't even remember anything about that. You've destroyed some part of the brain, the hippocampus, the frontal lobe. Somewhere's gone a little bit off. So some meds can help restore, repair, and things like that. So inositol is a really great one. Seems to balance out all your hormones, neurotransmitters, which is everywhere in your brain and in your body. So that's a good one to look into. With nootropics, you've got centrophenoxine, which is really good, and choline. Which is acetylcholine. So the two are really good for helping with memory and concentration and more alertness. So, because what you essentially want, because the gut and the brain are as one, you're after neural drive, neural focus, stamina and everything. And then you want to be able to manipulate things. So you're hoping your pituitary gland pineal gland, your endocrine system, your organs are clean, your adrenal glands, everything is feeling good. That's how you want to feel. And if you push yourself to the limits mentally and physically, and you need that concentration, it has to be done right. Stimulants of the wrong type are just going to drain your adrenal glands. Endocrine system's going to have to come in more, help to compensate. You're going to feel worse. So it's, things like green coffee beans get the focus without the jitters, because the jitters is, anything that gives you tingles of a supplement, even if it's not sugar-based, gives you cravings towards carbs and sugars. Completely cutting out carbs and sugars is not a great idea, because from everyone these days and 20, 30 years ago, with all the foods and all the additives they added in, sugars and whatnot, your cells from when you are pregnant to breastfeeding to the first few years is crucial for everything, for what your body will want to do for the rest of its life, sort of. It structures your DNA. So your body is going to have a tendency to want to have carbs, have sugars here, there and everywhere. You can control that. It just takes time. You've got to do everything in balance. Has to be in balance, or you will crash and burn. It's that simple. I've seen it that many times. Even I've done it. So you need to get a structure in place and work at it slowly. A little bit less, maybe a little bit more of something, just to help that. Your body wants vitamins, nutrients, minerals, enzymes, coenzymes, all these things. The more you have of that, the more your body will actually absorb and uptake nutrients better. It will put out energy better. And then it comes down to, so like I was saying, how much you work, sleep, sleep cycle is huge, and how much you train as well. So all these things are so relevant. And don't worry about the body mass index. When you do sports nutrition or things like that, it's completely out the window. It's not even relevant. I mean, for me, apparently I'm overweight. So because of, so it comes down to bone structure, muscle thickness, body fat. There's so many things. It's not. Don't even worry about it. So maca as well. So someone asked me more about maca. Maca is really good for estrogen, testosterone, for balancing and stabling it out and helping the endocrine system with all the glands. There's the 8 functions that go through there to support strength, stamina, endurance, focus, concentration, sleep, hormones. The list goes on. The neck is hugely important where everything regulates. So you can get things like GABA. GABA is extremely good. It will help you sleep deeper. And if anyone, wakes up in the night because they have too much to drink and they have to go to the toilet all the time, it actually helps to suppress the hormone prolactin. So that'll stop you from waking up and going to the bathroom, basically. The other thing is serotonin. So 5-HTP is really good for you. That can help to sleep, relax, calm you emotionally, mentally, physically. So the more organic you can do, the better you're going to be. Eat cleaner. If you start with everything greens or reds, oranges, purples, you're going to be better. You're going to feel fuller. You're not going to be able to put as much in. And your body, a lot of times you won't need it. But if you're still having lots of cravings, it's because you are addicted to lots of other stuff. GABA in the brain is actually very addictive, so it can override a lot of things, and if you don't put it in, you can get a very bad negative effect. So you've got to wean off everything slowly. But you can take things like, Garcinia cambogia to help suppress that and not put on fat. Things like chia seeds, rosemary, rosehip, and all the things, hawthorn, Q10, so CoQ10 enzymes, things like alpha-lipoic acid, extremely good, ginkgo, concentration. So alpha-lipoic acid or chromium, something like that, is extremely good for insulin release, antioxidants, the balance between insulin and blood sugar levels, so you're not going to feel as hungry. What else was someone asking? So, Right, someone was saying the best way to basically build muscle and doing a chest press. So chest press is a really tricky one. Basically, you want to be able to press without hurting yourself. So a lot of the benches these days are not designed where you can press properly, hand width and all that. Some people like their thumbs under, some people like their thumbs over. I prefer thumbs over. That way, when I grip, I don't use my forearm, brachii and brachioradialis as much. When I put it over, I feel I use my whole forearm more as strength. It's stable. Takes a bit of getting used to it, but you'll get the hang of it pretty quick. We've been using sandbags. So, do I have a sandbag? Brian, show you. You lie on the sandbag all the way up to your neck. You then need to get something to support your neck itself, because usually sandbags aren't massively long, but they need to support your spine. And I guarantee if you get someone to lift a bar on top of you, you're on the ground literally, on the sandbag, you do that, support your head, feet and legs bent, just do normal press. The ability where your scapula and rear delts and traps and everything won't go into it, but can roll over better. Literally, it rolls over. The load out of the front shoulders is huge. You go and do a bench press on any bench, you come down and you sort of stop. That's as far as you can go, but you want to go further. So you start to do this, because the body's natural motion, it can't go back any further. So much tension goes in the front shoulder, and this is why so many people have such big front shoulders. They're going down, but everything's just going bang into here. So it's just this motion. Too much pain. You'll get injuries, you'll get arthritis, you'll get inflammation, you'll have shoulder injuries, you won't be able to press as much. So making sure you find the best way. Even if people go, what are you doing? It's going to work. You'll literally be able to go back and train more frequently, because, I guarantee you, and then you can focus on pushing in more or pushing out if you want to work your back in doing a chest press. Pushing in works more. The other way is to actually get bands and actually put them from here to here, have them quite short so they're pulling you in, and then chest press. So everything on the inside will activate more. By pulling in, and even when it's here like that, you actually find that your back can actually be activated somewhat more as well. The contraction on the inside is huge. So that's one thing. The body secretes, someone's asking about hormones and testosterone and how can I put it to my advantage. The body secretes it from so many organs that they've found out. So you need to optimize clean all the time. The cleaner it is, the better. The more focused you're going to be, the more your body's going to be able to produce more. I mean, if you go and do a workout and you go in and you straight after and you eat shit food, you're basically just going to age your whole body quicker. It's that simple. Cells, organs, brain, everything.